Good morning and welcome to Frederick, Colorado. We're here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Grant Russell and we have a recent arrival behind me here. We got a 2026 Newmar Superstar, and there's been a lifestyle change on the new Newmar Superstar. You'll notice that this one is built, this particular model is called the 4159 floor plan, built on the M2 112 Plus chassis. What is the M2 112 Plus? So the 112, instead of a 106, the 112 is the inches. That's how big the cab is here, all the way to the nose. When I open this hood here, you'll notice we still got a Cummins diesel engine. This one is gonna have a 450 horsepower, 8.9 liter Cummins diesel engine, married with the 6-speed Allison transmission, 1,150 foot-pound of torque. This will tow up to 20,000 pounds. Being a Super C motorhome, you can appreciate the access to all your hoses, coolant, filters, windshield wiper fluid. Everything's really easy to get to, so that's a plus on the Super C motorhomes. Come around to the other side, same deal. You can get a better look at that big red Cummins diesel engine there. Again, 8.9 liter, 450 horsepower on the M2 112. Again, easy access to your fuel filter, power steering fluid, dipstick on the engine oil, all easy to get to. Get a shot under here, you'll notice on the chassis, if you ever get run low on the batteries, there's your positive connection to jump your chassis if you ever needed to jump start it. It does have a merge. So right inside the door here, you'll have a merge button for your house and your chassis. So if you ever need to merge, let's say your chassis battery is low, but you want to crank the engine off the house, you can just simply hold the house switch down, and that allows you to crank the engine off of the house batteries located here. And same thing, if your house batteries are dead and you need to crank the generator off the chassis battery, you hold down the chassis switch. So there's just a little bit of lesson there on the merge button there. Additionally, in here at the entrance, you'll have right around the corner here next to the handle, there's a disconnect switch, a little kill switch. That red switch is going to be to kill your chassis batteries. And then you'll have a light test button, that black button just next to it. You can simply just tap on the light test mode and do a walk around your coach, make sure all the lights are working properly that are needed. Being a Super C, you can appreciate having the entrance exit doors on the driver's door and the passenger side door. So you have two quick exit doors in the front of the coach. Getting in and out of the coach, you've got these nice big steps to pull you in and out of the coach. While we're right here on the driver's seat section, just something to point out here. You do have a air ride seat. So that's where you control that. These are some of your lumbar buttons here. One thing I like that Newmar does on their Super C motorhomes is they actually have a lockable fuel door. So you've got a key lock here, so you can actually lock up your 100-gallon fuel tank. You got a 50-gallon here and a 50 on the other side. They do feed off of one another, and of course your diesel exhaust fluid reservoir is located right there. You simply lock it up here. Really cool colors. So I forgot to point this out, but very sharp looking exterior colors on this. This one is not one of their standard exterior paints. It's just a special design that we chose for this stock Superstar. So it's a nice looking sharp exterior, and as we go on to the interior, you'll notice all the meshes really well. All right, let's go here to the first compartment. So you've got you'll notice that big rigmarole shore power here. So you walk this out. This is 50 feet long and it's on a power reel. So you can simply walk this out, pop this in place where the flap seal is located, close the door, and then you just use a simple push button here to roll it back in. New for 2026, you're gonna have that big blue panel there. This has a 3,000 watt Victron energy inverter system on it. And then on the side here, we've got some transfer switch locations, cable hookups. If you're wanting to tap into the park cable at your campground, you can. It still has that set up. Here's where the Oasis hydronic heat system is. There's no propane on this, so it does use the diesel fuel to heat the hot water. And then there's 2 electric elements that will also heat your living quarters and heat the hot water. Additionally, there's 2 15,000 BTU air conditioners, both with heat pumps. So if it is chilly inside, you want to take the chill out of the air inside the coach, you can use your heat pumps. And you'll notice right here, we've got the hydraulics. That'll be for the leveling jacks. Next bay door down, we've got your 8 AGM 12-volt house batters on a slide out. Pull these pins here, you can slide the tray out if you need to service them. And then up top here, these are some of the electrical that's on because this is a full wall slide that allows this to a little movement underneath there as well. We got an 8,000 watt diesel generator. And then we've got your dump station. So this is where your whole house water filtration system is going to be located. Some electric gate valves located here. And it's 60 gallons of gray water and 40 gallons of black water. 150 gallons of fresh water. On the bottom left there, you're going to see the the power reel for your fresh water. And then you do have an outside shower as well. Everything's nicely labeled in there, so you can see what offers. Right here, we simply have a little compartment for stowing gloves, chemicals, hoses, things like that. It's a little storage area that drains out right next to the dump station. Also, you'll notice the wheel Onyx package, which really gives it a nice look with the exterior special design we did on this coach. In the rear, something that's been unique to Newmar Super C motorhomes for the past, it's going on about 4 or 5 years now. Full pass-through storage on the rear. So you can see how that goes all the way through. And I just opened up our rear compartment so you can get a good look at the rear storage as we swing around on the back. So you've got golf clubs, fishing poles, paddle boards, luggage. Slide right in there. Good, nice usage for additional storage above the pass-through storage. And then you got these 2 shelves here to store all your belts, belt hoses, filters, any additional items you want to carry along with you in the back here. You do have a nice light right up above here, so in the evening you need some lighting. All LED lights on the back. And then you do have a 7-way plug for brake controller. It also has a video, this Phillips outlet here. If you have a trailer on your tow vehicle, a camera on your trailer, inside your trailer, outside the trailer, you can toggle between the RV camera and your tow trailer camera. All right, as we swing around to the front, back on the patio side, you'll notice these big Nova awnings. These are the Girard Nova awnings. You've got the LED light strip that runs the length of these awnings. So again, in the evening, nice lighting for your patio setup outside. Back on this side here, so this does have a little switch. This little switch I'm turning on and off here. It's actually for the rear lights. So if you go around the back, you'll notice right here on the back there, it turns on your rear lights to give you some additional lighting on the back. So the Nova awnings are wind sensor awnings, but you also have a control. You're gonna have a remote control to run the awnings in and out. And if you don't have that nearby and you need to run them in, these two white controllers located here will run your Nova awnings in and out. Then you have an additional 110 outlet here if you need power outside. You can certainly plug in there as well. This does have a road vac, inner vac, central vacuum system where you change your filters out here. That's where you turn that on and off. New for 2026, you get the newly designed fuse panel here encased in that, behind that plexiglass. It will slide out, everything's nicely labeled. And then you do have a slide tray here as well. Here's the central vacuum hoses to go to the inner vac. Got the egress door. This is a bath and a half. 4159 floor plan is a bath and a half floor plan. We'll get to see that here in just a bit. And this one did come with the outside exterior entertainment system. So you notice how this door opens up kind of parallel. So when this slide comes out, it's not going to do any damage to the door. But if you have the slide all the way in, it's a two-stage door. Simply give it another pull. Come all the way up with it. Just don't forget that's up when you go running a slide out. You do have this TV is a 43-inch LED smart television. It will swivel out. You want to get the glare off of it, angle it more towards your company, you can. And you've got it comes with the Bose soundbar, Bluetooth. If you want to play your own tunes outdoors, you can still pair to that Bose speaker. It's got a nice little exterior sound system on it. And then you do have the low point freshwater tank drain. It's gonna be located there. So your 150 gallons of fresh water, your 60 gallons of gray water, your 40 gallons of black water, all your tanks are behind this panel, all the way across in front of this drive axle, which supports all that weight. It's gonna be the majority of the weight down in the base of the coach. Next storage bay down, we've got good storage. Plus you'll see a little outside refrigerator freezer combo. Slide this out, got a little mini refrigerator or freezer, whatever you want to have it set up for. You can change the temperature settings on that. And you'll notice that that is both 12 volt and 110 operated. We've got the keyless entry here. Electric steps. They've gone back to the traditional steps, but still you got 3 gradual steps going in, and then you got 3 or 4 more going all the way up to the main floor of the coach. And you still have the step cover that comes all the way out and raises up, so you have a flush floor here. Additional storage. And as we come to this compartment here, you'll notice back in here there's a little switch here. If I flip this on, you'll hear a little humming sound. So that is your air compressor. So if all the air is depleted out of the coach, and let's say you want to raise these up, you want to operate the seats, and the seats are all the way down, you can turn the air compressor on, so raise and lower the seats. Or if you need to just add air to the coach and you want to plug in an air line, you can turn that on and that'll build up air pressure so you have available air supply. Down below here you have a hot water line, that little red handle underneath. After a long road trip, 300 or 400 mile trip, you got a lot of bugs that'll cake up on the front of the coach. Really smart idea. Newmar puts that on there so you can hook up a hose, come around front, and simply wash off all the bugs that have collected over your 300-400 mile trip. This does have the 360 camera view You'll notice a camera up here next to the entrance door. Cameras on the front, cameras on the other side. So it stitches the rooftop view of this coach. You can see all the way around the coach on the new, I think it's 12.5-inch dash the monitor panel on the dash. Real quick, this little yellow tag just reminded me to mention something to you. So 6,806 pounds is the cargo carrying capacity that this coach has been weighed and posted here. So that's quite a bit of weight you can still load on this. You got a 44,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating, minus the 6,800 pounds is your empty weight of this coach here. Some other specs on it. The overall length on the 4159 floor plan, the new length that comes in at 41 feet 8 inches, the overall exterior length. Your height is 13 inches at ride height. So, additionally, you've got air over disc brakes on the front axles, and you got air over drum on the rear. Let's go on inside. Let's see. As we come inside, so the special exterior that this one came with, along with this interior look, it's got the two-tone cabinets. Really sharp design. Looks, everything flows really nicely. All tile floor. You'll notice I just walked to the front of the coach here, so I can still navigate. Even, I mean, when these slides come in, they sandwich everything together. You don't have a lot of room to navigate here, but you can. And that's mainly because a lot of times when they do these opposing slides, you put a TV back here behind the dinette, that moves everything forward, so it kind of sandwiches everything together there. With that being said, you can see it's got the Euro dinette, theater seating here. Let's get some slides out. I'll switch places with you, Jody. Before I run the slides all the way out, just to show you the back with the slides in. So even when I'm switching spots with Jody, you can still see if I navigate here, if I need to access into my little half bath setup. Got the toilet sink, this room here, or if I want to get to refrigerator, grab a Coca-Cola, grab something out of the fridge, I still can. So let's run some slides. While these slides are going out, so in case you're curious what this interior color is, let me double check it because I can't remember. So sable, so this has the sable maple with the new Summit two-tone cabinets, and that's they call it the suede finish on the sable maple instead of that matte finish. Now it's called, they got a little bit different look, and it looks very sharp, that suede finish. All right, so with the slides, the big full wall slide out here, we've got the dinette slide out there. Let's go out with the bed slide. Got a king size bed, half bath, full bath in the back. And then while we're right here, so I'll go on this panel. So Newmar, there's a new app called the Newmar app. So simply you can look it up. This is the Newmar, powered by Newmar, and you can press to pair. You can pair your phone. If you have iPhone or Android Auto, you can pair it and have access to generator controls, all your lights, the floor heat. So it does have heated floor. And your HVAC, and then all your lights. They're going to be, everything you see here will now be on your mobile device. Okay, let's shoot up front here. So whoever's sitting here in the theater seats will have, again, the same little panel next to my side here. So a little bit smaller view of it. So I can still have my HVAC controls, still have my AGS controls, floor heat controls, lights. I can check on my holding tanks, And then there's another switch here for TV list. So I'm gonna hit this up. You'll notice straight ahead, we got the 50-inch LED Samsung Smart TV. And in front of it, we've got this Euro dinette. So I'm just gonna pull this out here. This little leg that flips down. And I've got 2 of these leaves. There's one more under the bed in the back. Basically just pop these in place here. If you just want to use 1 leaf, that's perfectly fine too. Give you a little bit more counter space. There's a little magnet underneath. It holds that in the up position. Slide that back in. Underneath your booths, you've got some storage underneath each booth. Above the dinette, we're gonna have some extra storage. 2 HDMI panels if you want to hook up DVD player, satellite receiver. It's already wired for that. And then across, back over on this side, the theater seats, they are electric. So a little push button. You just want to kick back, they're push button theater seats. What's nice is you can set that at whatever angle you would like, instead of all the way out or all the way in. Very comfortable. And then you have, this is kind of smart on Newmar's part, so they've got this little Corian piece here for extra utensils, things like that you want to put around your drink holders. Then you have this panel here that flips up, so you'll have some good storage all the way underneath to hide all your extra gear that you bring along. Above the seats, again, additional storage. There's all the owner's manuals, some flooring. MCD shades, so you'll notice we've got them all down, the day and the nights. They are all manual. You got the jalousie style windows that open up so you can get a nice cross breeze on a nice day like today. Moving to the kitchen area, got the little flip up panel here. Additional storage. Some weights and measurements in here. Your Newmar number is going to be always located on this panel here as well. For those of you who don't know, Noogle. Noogle is a owner's guide. You can, if you purchase a Newmar, used or new, you can register your coach number through Noogle and have access to all the specs, kind of like the owner's manual in a digital view on the computer. Nice big stainless steel sink, residential faucet head, nice solid Corian inserts. Same deal here, Corian inserts, cutting boards on the flip side. Got an induction cooktop that you can remove, unplug, take it outdoors if you want to cook outside. Up above me, I've got a convection microwave oven that is also an air fryer. Dishwasher is an option that this one came with. Here's all the fun remotes. Extra paint, I always send it with that. It's got the universal remote. Yeah, soft close on all your drawers. Yeah, full extension drawer glides. Some additional storage under here as well. Trash can. Got to have a place for the trash, and so extra storage under the sink. And then across from the refrigerator kitchen area, we've got the 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full extension push to pull. So notice how I'm pulling on these, they won't come out. So push to release. Full extension pantry drawers. And then above me here, above the entrance, Now, earlier I talked about this had the step cover. So if I run this step cover out and up, now I've got a place here. If you're shorter and you need to get to this, you can always put a step stool on this to get to it. What's nice about having that cover is that feature there. And your battery disconnect's located here. The entrance lock and unlock is located there. All your compartment door locks, step cover, block heater, exterior patio light, security lights. This locks the step on and off. Everything's nicely labeled in here so you can see what everything does. Here's the hydraulic jacks, slide controls, over-the-air antenna, power management system. Here's the Victron. So this is the new inverter system here. You can see right now I've got the inverter charger system. You can see what's going on here through the grid. And then you have, excuse me, that's your over-the-air antenna. This is your satellite dish on-off switch. We've got a traditional door. I love that. So even with the slide in, if you noticed it earlier, this door opens like a normal traditional door. Nothing wrong with the doors that open inward, but it's just nice having a little bit of wider angle getting in and out, in my opinion, on that one. So getting in and out of this half bath, you've got nicely labeled house breakers. Here's all your fuse panels, additional spare fuses, GFIs on the floor heat. I love the pull handles on all the cabinet doors. You know, they're nice and solid and easy to grab and open and close your cabinet doors. Here's some good storage here. Here's the Wi-Fi system here. And then you do have some additional storage underneath the sink area. And then it's got some storage in the medicine cabinet. Additionally, in this half bath, so when this room is all closed up, you do have an air conditioner vent here. So in the hot heat of the summer, you can cool this room. And then down below, you have the furnace heat exhausts right there to heat this room in the cold winter time. And in this back panel here, this little Dometic panel, so this is a push button flush. It's got a macerator flushing toilet. This is porcelain. Nice. You got already installed place for your tissue paper. And that same Dometic switch there is push button. You can also have it set up where if you just wave your hand in front of it, that will also operate and flush the toilet. This panel here will turn on this exhaust vent above my head. I love how they put these little decorative inserts here. So these just pop out. That's your power vent fan up above for when you're cooking in the kitchen area. If you need to clean it and pull that out, you can clean that all up. This operates it. This closes off the master bedroom to the rest of the house. And just a good look at the fridge. You got the freezer down below. Ice maker is going to be located here. Is where all the ice goes to. Freezer compartments down below. Does have a water dispenser located there. A nice large, I think it's 18.5 cubic feet roughly, on the Whirlpool all electric refrigerator. And yeah, I love this little lock here. You can just slide that over. Keeps everything tight when you're going down the road. All right, moving to the master bedroom. I always like to point out, you've got 110 outlets, plus you've got USB ports to plug in your phones, your tablets, anything you need to keep charged while you're sleeping. And then you do have, in the overhead cabinets, I always like to point this out too, you have an electrical outlet in your overhead. For those of you that have CPAP machines, you can simply let those rest above your head, run all the wiring hoses out the bottom here, and you have them on both sides of the bed. And then above your head, we've got the multiplex Newmar system is located there. Same as what I was showing you earlier when I was sitting at the theater seats. So we have lift assist under the bed. So one thing that's nice, I think, about Newmar is the fact that they put all their water tanks down in the compartment storage below. It does free up some good storage under the bed. Of course, when they're shipped to us, the 2 loose folding chairs, there's an extra leaf. Obviously, all that can be relocated somewhere else. If you're not using it, then that just becomes extra storage for all your extra sheets, blankets, pillows, storage for anything else. We have wardrobe storage across from the bed. So you got some good lighting in both wardrobe cabinets. Again, you've got the day and night shade. By code, this is an exit window, but you can open that up if you just want to let a little breeze in here. We've got some full extension drawer guides for all your extra storage below for your socks, shorts, pants, anything you want to fold up. You got some nice extra storage here. And then this one flips down, adjustable shelf. Again, you have HDMI cables for game systems, satellite receivers, DVD players to be tied into the television for the bedroom. New for 2026, you'll notice this woven material here. Instead of carpet, light outs, we've got a new woven material. It really goes well with the tile floor. And then as we come to the back, again, another pocket door to close off the bedroom. And nice roomy bathroom here. So we've got, again, porcelain macerator flushing toilet. We've got the egress door I mentioned earlier when we were outside. So this simply opens up like so. We've got a magnetized panel. There's a telescoping ladder. There's peace of mind knowing there's another way to get out on the rear of the coach in an emergency. Again, these are manual day and night shades. Really decent sized shower. I'm 6'2". I got plenty of room, plenty of headroom, plenty of elbow room. Nice fiberglass shower. It's got the water saving shower miser system on it. So it does have a big 150 gallon fresh water tank, but that way you're not wasting any of your water when you're waiting for it to get warm. You can simply have that recirculated. Corian countertops, nice big medicine cabinet here, 2 electrical panels, really good use of space back here, having the sink all the way in the back, and then you have good more hanging clothes storage. This panel comes out. You could use that for like your dirty clothes, a place to put pile that in while you're getting to do a wash. Safe in the back. Additional drawers for storage here. And nice big deep drawers. Speaking of wash, you do have the stackable washer and dryer, and with an additional good sized drawer below. Keep all your Tide Pods, dryer sheets, anything extra you want to keep below there. Two 15,000 BTU air conditioners with heat pumps. These panels do come down. I'm not going to do it right now, but these will fold down. There's a piano hinge, and you can change out your filters, clean them, let them dry out, pop them back in place. Really simple procedure to do that. Okay, come up to the front here. So this, I like this. I love this new panel. The 12.5-inch full LED screen panel for your backup camera, for your radio. There's your home screen there. There's all your different options, navigation. Back the home screen, radio, AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio. So that's really a nice feature there that's been added to the 2026 lineup. And then the camera control I was talking about earlier, the 360 view. Notice on this side now we see like a rooftop image of the motorhome. I can see all the way around me. A little bit of a distorted view at the moment because we got the slides all out. But no, I love that new feature and that new screen. The M2 112 Plus chassis is all digital here. So you do have some control panels on the steering wheel here for cruise control, on, off, set, resume, flashers, answer the phone. This is Bluetooth, so if you pair to the stereo system here and the phone's ringing through just like our automotives do today, you can answer and hang up the phone using the buttons on the steering wheel. The 6-speed Allison transmission is going to be located right here on the steering stock. So there's drive, neutral, reverse, and each little click towards my knee is the 3-stage exhaust brake. So low, medium, high for your different settings on that. And you can put that in a manual mode if you want to shift between the speeds. The 6-speed transmission, you can simply operate it when you go into a manual mode there. Again, everything's digital on the dash, so I can use my arrows to navigate through the dash cluster on the steering wheel. It does have TPMS as well. So there's your tire pressure monitoring system there. Keep an eye on your the tires and the other diagnostics, oil life. So it's all easy to read and easy to navigate through. Power windows, power locks, power mirrors, heated mirrors. You also have a bicycle, motorcycle mirror there as well. So if you're in the city and there's bicyclists below you and you can't see down, that's a nice little feature to have there as well. It does have an air horn on it located right here. And then what else? We got the Detroit Assurance package that's paired up with the M2 112. Detroit Assurance gives you collision mitigation and lane assist. Up here we've got the nice big skylight, so folks love that. You can open and close that shade. So right now we have it open right now, but I simply hold this button down, I can lower it down. On a hot day, you're trying to cool it off in here, you can use the shade to bring that down. And then we do have some other features here, the hazard lights, your footwell light, lane departure warning. So with the Detroit Assurance package, you have lane departure warning. So if you're drifting out of your lane, it'll alert you and let you know when you're drifting. You can simply turn that off if you don't want it to be bothersome. You can simply hold that down and shut it down. Dome light, generator controls, mention the shade controls. You have an alert. This is just letting you know when your antenna is going to be up. Light, I think that light comes on there. Auto traction, control spin, regen. If it's calling for a regen in the dash cluster, on a hot day you can hold this down and that'll burn off the diesel particulates. There's an engine shutdown override. So that basically, if you're bogged down and let's say, knock on wood, you never want to be in this situation, but if you're, I don't know, over a railroad tracks and all of a sudden the engine's trying to shut down, you can override that to get yourselves off the track. It's kind of just only in an emergency situation. Docking lights, rear differential lock switch, plus you can dump the suspension. If you need a little bit of clearance pulling it into a lower garage, you can actually dump it to slowly move forward. And of course your normal HVAC controls below here. And these seats I'm sitting in, this seat I'm sitting in, plus this passenger seat I'm sitting in, both will swivel around to join the living room. Let's see, what else did I miss here? Apple CarPlay. So that dash monitor does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The Newmar app, I talked about that. Yeah. Well, one other thing, I guess I didn't mention this. This just comes to mind. So this big black frame that I'm standing in here. So something unique to Newmar is this cab in the front is independent from the house. So when you're driving it, really, I encourage you to come out. Let's go for a test drive. Really a nice ride. With the new M2 112, 450 horsepower on this 41-foot coach, paired with that 6-speed Allison, the drive is awesome. So come on out, let's go for a ride. What else? Storage, yeah, got some nice storage up here. So these are all some good cubbies. It's got the JBL system for, that's your subwoofer, kind of hidden in this cabinet for your tunes when you're driving up front. And then you have some additional storage cubbies up front. Some HDMI panels to tap into the stereo system. More storage here. And then last but not least, you do have some hotline numbers there. You'll have Noogle, there's Newpar, there's the Superstar Supreme Air brand specialist you'll see in there, and some phone numbers. There's also a QR code in there if you wanted to help you know, some of the features through the JBL system. Well, I hope that helped y'all out a little bit today. My name's Grant Russell. You can reach me best at either email me or shoot me a text or call me. My information should be posted below at 720-539-4711, or you can email me at grussell@transwest.com. We'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm out.